Alright guys, hello and welcome to another set in Alchemy League. This one comes from the Platinum Division again, and I am pleased to announce that this is a match between Development and Ivanenko. Platinum Division, for those who are not aware, is upwards of 2K for the most part. They're like, I would say they're like maybe low 1900s at the lowest to 2K to 2K1 at the highest. So these are very, very good players. Top like 500 in the world probably, I don't know. Um, it just gets so crazy up there. I try not to, you guys may have noticed this, I don't spend a lot of time thinking or talking about the high level players just because, I don't want to get my hopes up. I make maps and I'm always like dreaming that they'll play on them someday. And I may never be able to get the likes of Viper or Hera to play on any of my map creations, but just because the budgets for our events are pretty modest, and we can't really afford them. But we can afford these guys. I think these guys, a lot of them play for fun too. Some of them are my friends. Some of them I've met new through the tournament. Maybe they, maybe the prize money that we had was compelling for the country that they live in, and so it worked out. But whatever the reason, we're glad to have them here. We have Development versus Ivanenko. As I may have said, Development is from, I'm gonna probably accidentally say Development, but that's not his name. His name is Development. Like dev, like a game dev, and element, like somebody who is in their element, or a periodic table of elements. And then Ivanenko, well, that doesn't really break down into anything. It sounds Russian, but I think he's actually from Argentina. They are playing on Spiny Forest. Spiny Forest is, of course, a map made by Huhucoatl22 for Alchemy League. It is a 2-town center start. You've got one town center. You start with this packed town center. It's sort of awkward to unpack, but it is a creative concept. And you start with one near this gold, and you start with another one near some of this food up here. This map has all kinds of fun little things. It's got goods piles that you can pick like they are, as though they were berries. It has huntable camels, so you can see that Ivanenko is eating this camel right here. You start with a mule cart, did I mention that? And you have these cactuses, which you can chop for wood, or you can chop these piles of wood. And of course there are more cactuses in the actual spiny forest. See, cactuses have spines on them, so that's where the name comes from. The spiny forest of Madagascar, the forests are spiny because of the cacti in them. So Development is Lithuanians and Ivanenko is Huns. These are both popular civilizations for this map. I think people really like the Huns on this map because you can pretty much focus everything on food. I mean, look at this. This is Ivanenko bringing in this boar from all the way over here. So he went and he found that. Oh, let me show you their scouts. You start with this mounted healer here to help you out with wolves and such, I guess. And then you start with an elephant scout too. And here's one right here. So Ivanenko is exploring with this elephant. It's like a horse scout, but with an elephant skin. And so that's pretty fun too. Anyway, as I was saying, Huns popular because you don't really need to put much on wood. You can focus everything on food. You don't have to build houses. It's a 2-town center start. Maybe it's a little bit harder to macro this to keep all your town centers working all the time. We intentionally put, oh, what is this? Oh no. Oh boy, this is really unlucky for Ivanenko that Development happened to be here. Wrong place, wrong time. Is he gonna get the mounted healer? Is he gonna save the villager? Oh, the villager goes down, but Development's scout goes down as well. That is unfortunate for Ivanenko. Let's take a look at the villager count. Ivanenko is still ahead of Development. If he hadn't lost that villager, he'd be at 23 villagers right now. So anyway, so I think people like Huns because they have a little bit easier of a Dark Age on this map, because you don't need to be building those houses and collecting wood for it. Development Lithuanians. I'm not sure if the Lithuanians get the extra food. It used to be that Lithuanians got plus 150 food in the Dark Age, and now they changed it to something like Lithuanians get plus 100 food per town center in the Dark Age. But I don't know if that applies to the packed town centers. I would have to ask, oh no, Development forgetting about this villager. He does have Loom, though, fortunately. If he didn't, she'd probably be dead. So that was some pretty epic try-hardiness right here. It cost development his mounted healer, but he killed a villager of Ivanenko's. So I think it's a good trade, but it wasn't as good as what he was hoping. But Ivanenko salvaged something out of it, which was he got the boar in safely. Well, except the villager died, and he killed one of his opponent's scouts. So Ivanenko going to come up here and he's going to find this boar. We'll probably see him go and lure this boar in pretty soon, once he realizes that he explored it. I don't know. Actually, maybe he knew about it the whole time and he just doesn't want the boar. No, okay, he just found it. This isn't big enough. And we saw him just go up here. So he's going to go up and get it. So development building, kind of trying to build on the wood lines here or close to them. And Ivanenko's built more out in the center. I actually like the idea of building closer to the wood lines here. Although you have to remember that you still need a lumber camp in order to get double bid-axe. And it's very easy to forget that sort of thing. Okay, Ivanenko coming out here to gold pretty soon. This is telling me that Ivanenko is thinking about Fast Castle. That would be my guess. But I think he is going on the gold too soon. Where is Ivanenko's lumber camp? Does he have one? He's chopping the stragglers. It looks like a really lean type build. I think Ivanenko does want Fast Castle, if I had to guess. Although he hasn't come to take that boar yet. He's got 42 villagers to development's 39. Development's sort of with an unfortunate map here. There's not really... The forest is not really conducive to him linking his towns. He can do a wall off right here, and that's all good and well and everything like that. But could you imagine if this forest like curved up instead of coming to the edge of the map? You know, then at least if he were completely walled off here and he were being attacked, he could relocate some villagers to safety up here. But he can't really do that, and this isn't really a good buildable space for him. So I think Ivanenko has a little bit of a map advantage. Development on his way up to the feudal age. We see that most games on this map are decided in Castle Age. But maybe development will do some kind of crazy feudal aggression, and he will actually, maybe development will be able to win in feudal age. We'll have to see. Development already starting the quick walls on his gold. This is pretty unfortunate gold for development. He could take this gold here, this pile of gold, but it is less efficient. You can only take it with 2 villagers, really. All right, Ivanenko is on his way up. He's 10 villagers ahead. Not quite that because, you know, there's a little bit of a delta here between their advance times, and development will have the opportunity to be making villagers while Ivanenko is still advancing. But Ivanenko does have a comfortable villager lead, I would say. I think only a fool would dispute that. Development having fought off a wolf here, and he's going to take a little bit more camel meat. And he's got... The box turtles don't go away after you finish them, which is sort of interesting on this map. I'm not really sure why that is. They're probably not box turtles. It's probably something else that's weird going on with the map, but that's alright. We like weird. Development getting his eco upgrades. The real question is, where's the barracks? Where's the archery? Okay, here it is. So he's going to go archers. He's got enough on gold to sustain archer production constantly from 1 archery range. You basically need 3.5 on gold per range. So he's doing a 1-range archer build. Ivanenko has finished his barracks, and he's going to be up to the feudal age in just a few more seconds. His resources look very FC-ish. This looks like a Fast Castle type build. So Ivanenko hits the feudal age, and we'll presumably see market and stable, not market and blacksmith. Interesting. And development has started coming across this way. He sent his elephant around to see what Ivanenko is up to over here. Let's see if development knows about this mill back here. Let's see if we can... He does not. I mean, if he's paying attention, he can see a boar that's downed here, if he happens to be looking right now. Development's Tristan is under attack. Tristan is the name of the elephant. Alright, so development is coming around and he's looking for something to do. Just got an archer here, just irritating Ivanenko's villagers. Development actually is going to be Castle Age first, so I guess he goes a range and he makes just a couple archers just to be a nuisance. But it doesn't really look like he's committing to the Feudal Age aggression since he's on his way up to the next stage, and he is building a stable. Ivanenko building a second stable. He's got a scout out, so maybe Ivanenko scouted Development's archery range. Let's see if he scouted it. Yeah, he must have scouted it at some point. Figured there were going to be a couple of archers coming out and annoying him, so he made a scout, but I don't think he really planned on making any sort of Feudal Age aggression. I think both players wanted to go FC here. Development getting bloodlines. We're going to see a big investment into knights. He's also adding another stable, so both players are gearing up for a big knight fight here. They're both going to have 3 stables. Ivanenko's scout going down to a random, not a random, but a convenient spearman. A well-timed spearman, I should say. Spearmen are pretty effective against scouts, but in the Castle Age they can get overpowered pretty easily by knights. And we're going to see Ivanenko hit Castle Age in just a few seconds here, and we'll see each one of these stables will have knights queued up in it. Yep, there it is. So both players are going to build the big old knight mass and go and pick a fight with the opponent. Ivanenko is adding another town center here. He's doing a good job of spending his resources. Both players are, really. And, yeah, development is the same, basically. Making knights. Sending the knights over to fight Ivanenko. Ivanenko has the first armor. Development is not. So there is a bit of an advantage there, although development just got it. So they are pretty mirrored here. It's Huns versus Liths. A mirror matchup and a mirror strategy. These players, and I think FC into knights is kind of the meta on this map for now, just based on how the map was designed and such. I think if the player town centers were a bit closer together, like pulled closer to the center, maybe would have been a bit different. Maybe we would see more feudal strategies, but it was impossible to tell when the map was being developed. So we did our best. We had a tough guy look at it and be like, well, okay, sometimes Feudal Age could work. We developed our own scoring method, etc. So, you know, we really do try to give the map makers the benefit of the doubt. So, and so far the maps have actually been really good. Like we gave them good definition on what we were looking for, and for the most part, not every map that was submitted was eligible to be voted on by the community to be included in Alchemy League, but most maps were. Most people are curious, you know, they want to try to do the best they can. And that's really important, because I have taken part in map contests where they're like, oh yeah, just watch the pros play and then you'll know what to do. They're like, just watch high-level tournaments and you'll see what we need for the map. And I'm like, that is 100% not my job. That is your job. Your job is to define what you need. Ivanenko deleting that knight. He does not want development converting it. And development's starting to outmass Ivanenko and on the knights. Ivanenko building more monasteries, though. Development 1 monastery and constant production from 3 stables-ish. He's getting the second armor now. Ivanenko needs to be careful. Oh, okay. Ivanenko's raiding development. I think this is a mistake. I think he needs these knights at home. But I guess Ivanenko may be confident enough in his monk play. He's picked up 1 relic. And he's going to build a barracks here. And the knights are... Okay, he's going to start building it. So he is going to get a conversion, but this is enough knights to dive a town center. So he needs to be very careful. Ivanenko does have the villager lead over development. We can see that he's invested in some more town centers. He's built 2 more town centers. And development has only built 1. And it's really here, it's like a... I don't even regard this as a booming town center. I regard this as a keep my gold safe town center. Maybe he wanted to boom as well. Maybe it's intended for 2 things. So Ivanenko sees these knights coming in. He's pumping some more out of his stables. He's got villagers huddled underneath the town center trying to find a way in. And he's got knights raiding him as well. Let's take a look at the eco KD here. We can sort of see the story. Development has gotten 9 eco kills, and Ivanenko has gotten 1. but apparently 2 deaths, so he must have lost another villager to a boar, making it 11 overall. So that was costly for Ivanenko. I do not think he got the value that he wanted from sending these knights up here. I think he would have been better off leaving them at home, but he still has a slight villager advantage over development. So, you know, he could afford to take a risk like that. So what happens next? I think Ivanenko is almost 100 villagers, actually. He's going to get the second armor. This will help him dive. It won't really help him too much in fights against the other knights. I mean, in name, I guess it helps him a little bit. But the second armor is really important for knights if they're raiding, to be able to survive town center arrow fire. And actually, the town center attack upgrades are important to be able to resist the upgrades to the knights. So we're going to see maybe a knight fight here, or maybe Development's knights are just going to charge the monks. Ivanenko is going to go for some conversions here. Development has to pull back. Not only is he outnumbered, but his opponent has monks, and he does not want his opponent to... Oh, he's going to try to dive the monks? No, I don't think it's going to work. He's going to try for his own conversions here. He's actually got 3 monks. Ivanenko has 3 monks, so it's been remarkably close in terms of the players mirroring each other. I think Development should pull back here and just heal up his boys and try to mass some more knights. Ivanenko getting Sanctity to help his knights be a little bit tankier, and he's also getting Scale Mail armor, and he's getting the pikeman upgrade. So he wants to add pikes here to help him win out against the Lithuanian cavalry. Development has managed to snag 2 relics. Ivanenko has snagged 2 relics as well. There is... Where's the 3rd relic? Or where's the 5th relic, I should say. Somebody should have a 3rd relic, but maybe not. Maybe there are only 4 relics on this map. That would be pretty awkward. But I guess anything can happen. We never really required that the maps have... Oh no. Development finds out the hard way that Ivanenko is making scouts. He's bringing his cavalry up here. What is this? Is this a plan to raid up here? I think it is. So he feels comfortable enough in the defense down here. Like he has enough warning. He's going to go and see if he can get some damage on his opponent by coming up this way. He's building a palisade gate. He's adding another stable. And Ivanenko knocking on the door here. This is a I'm gonna come kill you sort of attack. This is not raiding. This is I want in. I think he's getting the pikeman upgrades too. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Ivanenko come forward and build a siege workshop. He is out to get development. Here it comes. So I wonder if these knights are just going to dive the town center. Development already pulling the villagers back. I think he knows. Yeah, he knows. He should bring these villagers in off of the farm now and garrison them in the town center. You see a lot of villagers have gone up this way. Apparently he must have... Did he quickball this? Or did he just plug it with a knight? I guess we can't really be too sure. We got these villagers fleeing up this way. What is this? I think maybe he's considering a castle drop. Maybe a castle drop here on Ivanenko's town center. But Ivanenko has a couple of outposts. And he's boomed up to 120 villagers. And Development has 102. So he's not, you know, terrible. Still doing okay in terms of economy. If he could lose this and that would be annoying. And I think maybe Development... Oh, okay. Development's going to build his castle here. He really, really needs gold, though. Development... Where can he even take gold? There's another gold over here for Ivanenko. And there's gold here, and Ivanenko's going to build a town center on it. A great battle. Okay, the knights are coming. I don't know where those knights for Development went. He's got nothing on gold. He needs... Oh no. Are these knights going to get in? No, he quick wells. He needs to go into pikes. Needs to go into Pikes while he looks for an alternate gold source. That is very unfortunate, though. Surely development must know he can mine this gold here. Maybe he doesn't know, and that's why. But he should totally build a mining camp here and start work on these piles of gold. It's not much. You can only have 2 villagers working on them at a time, but it's something. He's throwing down more farms. This is still wide open here, so Ivanenko can just flood in this way, and that is what he's doing. Development taking stone. Is he selling the stone? He's selling food for gold. And he's going into Lytus. Lytus will, of course, circumvent the armor of these knights, so that could be pretty useful. And it looks like Ivanenko doesn't see that these Lytus are attacking his knights, so development is going to clean that up. But maybe he figures, you know, got the stone for it, might as well. Ivanenko with a get out of my game castle right here. This will deny these remaining golds. Maybe Ivanenko assumes that development is taking these golds, but he's not. Development has a town center here. It's full of villagers, but it otherwise doesn't really have any means of defending itself. It's firing arrows, but, you know, can't fire enough. Development, 100 villagers. Ivanenko, 134. Ivanenko, just 10 villagers shy of being pop-capped, and development is at 100 population. Development desperately selling food for gold. Okay, he's getting Lytus going. Ivanenko is on his way up to the next stage. And Ivanenko wants to take this stone instead. Bunch of villagers go down for development at this town center. Development with 82 villagers now. I think he's going to expand back down here, or at least he's going to farm down here. He's got some farms built already. Maybe development is planning on building a town center. If so, he needs to find some more stone to build the town center. He's expanding out with some outposts, looking for gold, but can't find any. Remember that he still has 2 relics. Ivanenko is into his economy. He's in on this town center now. Oh, development with a really good raid up here. Forcing Ivanenko off of that stone. Ivanenko is going to be Imperial Age in about a minute. We'll see if development lasts until then. I think what will happen is development will see Ivanenko in Imp and then call GG. That would be my guess. Ivanenko getting Bodkin himself. I believe Lytus, yeah, Lytus have 1 fewer Pierce Armor than regular Knights, so they're not as good at raiding. They're taking some free damage here to the town center. They do, however, have all of the armor upgrades. Okay, development getting them on the move again. More Knights here tearing down development stable. I think this game is just about over. So we have Tarkans. I love Tarkans. Ivanenko has made some Tarkans to help him tear down this town center. Alright, Ivanenko getting the final armor upgrade. To help his Tarkans actually are kind of the opposite of Lytus. They do bonus damage against buildings, and they have additional Pierce Armor. They have 1 extra Pierce Armor. Development wants to keep this town center up, realizes that he can't, and calls the GG. So GG, well played. Ivanenko with the cleaner Dark Age coming out on top. I think actually what won the game for Ivanenko is development sold so many resources because of the gold. And this map can be a little bit unforgiving sometimes in terms of like not having access to gold. Did either player know about that gold there? Yes, so Ivanenko knew about this gold. Did development know about that gold? He did, but he didn't go over there because, you know, it's right next to your opponent's town. So I think development needed to recognize that his gold supply was very limited, and he needed to attack his opponent. You know, he needed to do something, one way or another, to decide the outcome of the game before running out of this gold. Because after this gold runs out, his chances of winning the game diminish significantly. And development didn't do that. He boomed instead. You know, he built additional town centers, and he built this big expansive farms. I think he would have been better off going like two or three barracks pikes, 2 or 3 monastery monks, and coming up with a forward, maybe building some monasteries up here, mining this gold in the background, and doing a monk push or something like that up here. Maybe stonewalling this off, or you know, something. He needed something different. But it can be very hard to deviate from the meta. So with this game cast, let's move on to the next one. It is Development's choice, and it is Cataclysm. And Ivanenko was victorious on Spiny Forest. So now we're going to see Development on his home map of sorts. Alright, so here we go. Development versus Ivanenko on Cataclysm. There's a little pond here with some space box turtles. Okay. Ivanenko has left a villager behind, and that villager has built a dock. And development has taken the villager with him. And he's building his dock on the mainland. So it's kind of a different philosophy. I don't really know which one is the best. I think you can build the dock faster and get the villager working faster. And the dock is also more surrounded by fish if it's closer. But it could also be a little bit more work. Just coming back to take that sheep across. And the transport is useful because you can scout for sheep and such along the edge here. So there's like sheep that Ivanenko can find if he goes that way. But Ivanenko wants to go this way instead. Ivanenko loves his forward docks up here. Development building a beautiful town center here. Pinched between a wood line and some berries. And Ivanenko's town center here is decent as well. He's on a wood line. He's not on another resource per se, but he's got a boar here. And the wood line is quite large. So I think it could still work out pretty well for him. We'll see. Development actually came over here, and he's stealing. So he came around with the transport ship. You always want to make a loop around with the transport ship if you can, and get those sheep. And they're never going to be down here on this moon that has fallen into its planet. They're always going to be down here along this edge. Not here specifically, but they could be here. Anywhere along the edge of the main planet. So development is stealing these sheep from Ivanenko. He is out for revenge. Ivanenko got the better of him. Oh, let's make sure that we give Ivanenko the first win here. So Ivanenko got the better of development in the first game, and development needs revenge now in order to tie it up. He's going to bring in his first boar. Both the players have pretty clean builds here. This is basically, how do I describe this? I think this is best described as a more ordered Nomad map. Like, this is the kind of Nomad map that is more predictable than traditional Nomad, and maybe it's a little bit too predictable in the sense that the wood lines are always the same. You know, it would be nice to have a little bit more variety in the map in terms of how many wood lines there are or how many sheep there are, etc., etc., etc. But I still think it's an improvement over traditional Nomad, at least. But you can't really necessarily compare the two fully, because, I mean, Nomad is just Nomad, and the RNG aspect of it is part of the fun. Some people hate it, but I think it's part of the fun. Whereas this, you know, you're pretty much going to be guaranteed to be starting on your own side. It would be interesting if somebody sailed all the way around and did like a Persian douche on somebody else. That would be a lot of fun, but we haven't seen that yet. Or if somebody came down here and built their town center on top of all this gold, and then they just built a lumber camp over here. Ivanenko doing the boar lure, and he's bringing this boar back. He does manage to convert these sheep. I don't know what it was that converted these sheep. I think maybe it was this villager on his way out. He's got to be careful here. Okay, nice. And he manages to sort of lame that boar and delay it and save some HP on his villager. Maybe even the villager entirely. Okay, and the boar goes down. So Ivanenko lost 2 villagers in that first game to boars, and he still won. Because I guess Huns are really good on that map. So development has killed this new boar. Did he kill that with his town center? No, okay. No, it's just rotting over here. He's collecting from it. He just wanted to finish off his other boar first, which is fine. So Malians versus Japanese. I like both of these civilizations a lot. I honestly think that this is the kind of map where you go siege monk push across the middle. Like, the relics are all concentrated in this collision zone. You can get the relics pretty easily, and there's not a lot of space for your opponent to run to. Maybe if you convert his knights, you can come out here and raid his retreating army. So and you know that your opponent's probably not going to be over here. So I really like how you can do a monk siege push on this map, but we hardly ever see it. Maybe I'm just crazy, and it just worked the one time I did it because it was luck that it worked. Okay, so we got another boar coming in here for development, and he's going to build that lumber camp. Make sure you don't forget your lumber camps on Nomad, boys. Even though it's easy to build your town center right up against a wood line and not build a lumber camp because, hey, you don't need one. Well, it's you need the lumber camp because you need to get double bit axe in the next age. So Ivanenko has walled this off here. The last time we saw development on this map, he did some kind of crazy tower rush. What is Ivanenko doing with this villager? Maybe Ivanenko is going to do the crazy tower rush this time. He's getting loom, and he can force drop off some food, I think, and then click up. I think that's what he's going to do, yeah. So he's on his way up. Development going to go on to gold here. 3 on gold, so he could be going archers, or he could be going some kind of fast castle. I would assume development is going to make archers, though. Ivanenko coming over here looking for trouble. He has not built a forward dock yet. Both players have built 4 or 5 fishing ships. Maybe this is just like fire galley production right here. Oh, no, we see a barracks. And Ivanenko sneakily coming over here to build this dock, and development does not know about it. So it'll be interesting to see if Ivanenko can get the damage in with this dock. What's he doing? Oh no, he can't reach the box turtles. Oh, sad times. Sad times. There are more box turtles over here. But these box turtles were blocked by this dock, which is kind of funny. The dock is taking up the diagonal space here, so the villager can't reach. So is Ivanenko going to build from this dock as well, and just go 2 docks? He must be on gold somewhere. Yeah, he's got 4 on gold here. He'll probably make from both docks. Development is coming around this way. So development does not know about Ivanenko's forward dock, but he will. He'll find it. It's over here. Fire galley under production, and this is going to put, I think, development in a little bit more pressure. A little bit of a bind. Ivanenko wants to build an archery range here, and he wants to make archers to then mess with development's wood production. I think that's going to be tricky because the wood is pretty safe. If he built a tower, actually, that could really mess with it, and development, of course, finds this. And he sees the villager, comes back for a double take. And fire galley has been made, and he's already sent his fire galley up this way. And they're going to have a fight here. Okay. Ivanenko wants to use his villager to repair the fire ship to win. I don't think this is going to work. Development's just going to come and shank her. Oh! He gets the villager kill. Wow, nice. Development not paying attention, and the fire ship is used to help kill a villager for free. So I say that if you're Ivanenko, you just go home after that. You did the damage. It's done. Another fire galley is under production here. Development has not made another one. I'm wondering if he's going to send this fire galley to attack this villager, or if he's just going to... Oh, the fire galley does go down. And Ivanenko is going to need to get out of here. Otherwise, his lady is going to get burned. Okay, there's another fire galley coming. And Ivanenko is here ravaging Development's fish. He's got a fire galley. Remember, fishing ships are completely helpless against Navy. Military Navy. It's not like villagers where if there's some scout with 1 HP in your wood line, you can just be like, they can be like, hey, we've got a knife. Get away. And they can just shank him once. Ivanenko might have a hard time getting out here. Unless there's a hole in the wall. And even if there is, Development might see this and stop it. No, he doesn't. Alright. Development is too busy picking on Ivanenko's woodline here. Ivanenko might actually get away with this villager. It's so funny. This game just cracks me up sometimes. Like, this lady just walks out of his town and everybody's like, yeah, that's fine. We know that you built a dock and made some fire ships and, you know, that you helped kill one of our people. But you can just go now. It's fine. Okay, so this woodline has been somewhat denied, but Ivanenko has done a good job of walling this off. He does need to finish his wall up here. If he doesn't, he'll be in trouble. And certainly Ivanenko knows about this, because he's got his transport ship up there, keeping an eye on it. And he has some skirmishers, too. So that explains why he hasn't finished the wall. And Ivanenko, I believe that he has... Yeah, he's won water, it looks like. Wait. Development has a single fishing ship down here, and he's got another one over here too. So why is Ivanenko not going off and finishing them? He's got these idle fire galleys here. Maybe he didn't realize. Ivanenko has gotten 4 eco kills and lost nothing in terms of economy. Okay, so he's going to finish off this one. But Development is basically going to be on his way up to the Castle Age here in just a moment. So Ivanenko investing more into Feudal Age as the Japanese and getting it. He did make things happen. The question is, did he do enough damage in the Feudal Age to justify being up later? Is he going to see this fishing ship, or is he just going right by it? Should just go and burn the dock. Okay, the fishing ship is going to come here, and this fire ship does not see it. So we got Japanese skirmishers coming around, and they're going to chase away Development's archers, probably. I don't really agree with, oh no. Did he build a lumber camp here? He should have built one over here or something, or here instead. I don't really feel like Ivanenko needs to contest this. Like, so what? You know, just take wood over here. It's safe, but alright, whatever. He's made stuff to fight this and chase that off, and oh no. Oh no. Transport ship time. A transport ship sneak attack. Okay, I think Ivanenko knows what happened because he deleted this, so he saw some urgency to send... Yeah, and he's walling this off. So he sensed some urgency. Or we know that he felt urgency to get these guys in here because he deleted a wall. But these archers are actually going to win out. And he's going to be very careful up here. If I were him, I would queue another skirmisher, and that is indeed what has happened. Alright, he's quick-walled out these archers. It's not perfect. The archers could get through. They could easily destroy this palisade gate. Development micro battle here against Ivanenko's skirmisher. And archers do have decent damage output. So he's going to kill it, but... I don't know, he's down here. I guess maybe he won't. He's getting a damage penalty from being down there. Yeah, there you go. Wow, okay, so he did win. He's got a single archer with 5 HP left over. The important thing, though, is that he's in Castle Age. And Ivanenko's 45 seconds behind. So Ivanenko doing some damage over here. It's going to destroy Development's dock. And right now, it's looking like Ivanenko's game. He's got 6 eco kills, you guys. Hey, Cookie Pirate, welcome. And now he's going to start burning the houses. Okay, Ivanenko Castle Age and Ivanenko building the Siege Workshop. We can see that development has started making knights. He's got 1 knight here. He's got another knight being built somewhere. And that knight is going to work on this... Oh, no. I thought he was going to work on the Palisade Gate. You know, really, like, there should be no reason why this transport ship is still alive. Ivanenko knows of this transport ship. He knows that this transport ship has caused him pain. He controls the water. Ivanenko, go kill this transport ship. Chase this transport ship down and destroy it. So that you don't have to worry about your opponent landing you. Development is going to come over here, and he's going to build a town center on this gold. This is a smart town center. It's a good long-term investment. He does not want to make the same mistake as the previous game and not secure gold. Like last game, he did very little to secure his gold, and it cost him. Okay, so these knights are in. Ivanenko sees them. These knights are making a beeline for the Mangonel, though. Actually, no, they're making a beeline for this wood line here. So Ivanenko making a monk, and he's going to get a conversion. And now the knights are going to fight each other. But I think development's going to get some eco kills from this. It looks like he's already gotten 2. Here's 3. And these knights are going to fight. Okay, he's sending a Mangonel out, and he's flattening, or hurting, significantly hurting development's crossbowmen. Malians don't really want to go into crossbowmen long term, because they're missing Bracer, the range and attack upgrade from the Final Age. Development has cleared this out. Where is he going to take wood now? I guess he's going to take wood over here. It would be nice to see like another town center, like a town center right here for development. He does have map control. Ivanenko's sort of boxed into this little space here. So if development built a town center here, this could be a good town center to secure wood. And Ivanenko wants to build a gold town center here as well. I don't know that that's going to happen. His opponent has too many knights. Yeah, this is a mistake. Where's the monk? Oh, the monk. Okay, so it's going to be a micro battle here. The monk wants to convert the knight, and the crossbowmen want to kill the Mangonel. They're actually going to charge the Mangonel, and Ivanenko does not have enough over here. I don't think he's going to get this up in time. I think this knight is going to come straight down. Well, maybe he will. I mean, development can see this running past, so Ivanenko is going to need to... Yep, there it is. He's going to need a small wall. Sorry, lady. This knight is going to kill you. He needs to send his crossbows down here immediately. And I think he honestly could. Like, I think he has time to send these crossbowmen down here and deny this town center if he wants. Oh, no. She survives as well. So, she just built herself her own little wall here. 2 crossbowmen are coming. And, I think this town center gets denied. I think there's not enough. Either way, Siege Workshop is currently being built. This is somewhat of a greed town center. Ivanenko does still have a villager advantage. Is he going to get this town center up? Oh my gosh, he barely gets it up. 1 villager left. That one lady who managed to quick waller herself. But now Ivanenko is obligated to defend this town center. There's going to be a Mangonel coming out, and it's not going to be pretty. Okay, that was a good hit from that Mangonel. Development has demonstrated that he has very good archer micro. It's super annoying to deal with his archers. Oh, what is this? This Mangonel is just... Development just like, alright, yeah, I'll just attack here. Just gonna flatten a villager. Ivanenko gonna build a Siege Workshop of his own, but with knights here, he's going to have to invest in monks as well. So this is going to be costly to keep this town center up. This town center is a liability right now. But he needs it. He's almost out of gold here. So that's the play for him, is to make sure that he keeps this up. He's 1 water. He's got the water advantage. Both players... I guess Ivanenko has built another town center. And Ivanenko is building a university. Wondering what the university is for. Probably ballistics. But he doesn't have many ranged units, so I don't really understand the university. And now 3 mangonels here for development. He's got to repair the town center. And that's going to be expensive. He is getting a defensive mangonel going for himself. And at that point, these knights will run in and flatten the mangonel. So I think he needed to send 2 mangonels and like 3 monks. Okay, here we go. Watch the mangonel battle. Oh, that's tilting. Mangonel goes down for free. He's making a scorpion, but that's not going to do anything. And Ivanenko is about to be goldless. Development is nearing the stone for a castle drop, but he's going to build it here instead. Ivanenko has not built another mangonel yet. What is this right here? Is this a forward siege? Oh no, okay, these are Ivanenko's villagers. Maybe if Ivanenko gets lucky, he can build something over here on this gold. See if he knows about that gold. He does. So that's probably where he's going. He's got some crossbowmen. Not a lot, but enough to chase off this knight. But his opponent has more crossbowmen here. He doesn't have a mangonel. I think that these villagers are somehow... This town center is still alive, which I do not understand. Could potentially garrison it. This is just a mess. Yeah, this is a desperation town center. I need gold kind of town center. He did win this fight, so he is going to get this town center up. Sending a lot of people to build it too. Meanwhile, this is going to be destroyed. So this is a costly venture. I think that this cost Ivanenko his villager lead. I think that Ivanenko would still have the villager lead if he had invested in getting this town center up here, or maybe making some more military. Development, building a town center on this gold sooner and reaping the benefits of that. I'm wondering if Ivanenko... Can development see this up here? I mean, development probably can assume that Ivanenko is going for this gold, because he knows that his opponent is probably out of gold elsewhere. They're having a little micro battle here. Ivanenko wants to convert a crossbowman. Development's going to retreat. Development going into cavalry and into Imperial Age. Ivanenko is not. Ivanenko with some more fish. He does have some fish. He's got 11 fishing ships somewhere. Oh, he's actually fishing here. Okay. So maybe this lady escaped and she built a couple of docks, allowing him to fish. And he needs it too. Alright, so Ivanenko going into more ranges. It looks like he's going to go Arbalister and siege weapons, maybe mangonels or something. He's going to be disappointed, though, when development gets to Imperial Age first. But it cannot be helped. He was off gold for a while. But the good news for Ivanenko is that his opponent needs to make a tech switch into cavalry, and that's what's slowing him down. And he does not. He can keep going. His Arbalisters are fully upgradable. Japanese Arbalisters are perfectly respectable units that don't get into any mischief and do everything that they're supposed to do. Development hitting Imperial Age. He's getting the final armor upgrade for his cavalry, and he is getting Cavalier. Now, Japanese pikemen, in sufficient quantity, actually could probably deal with the Cavalier. It's not ideal, but Ivanenko needs to think about that. Because crossbowmen are not going to be able to do anything. I mean, I guess maybe if he had enough monks, but his opponent has a large enough economy at this point that, you know, monks are not going to cut it. I know. It's painful for me to say that monks don't cut it. Development pulling back until he's got the armor. And now that he has the armor, it's a game changer. I believe that he will be in here with Cavalier, and he'll keep this town center constantly idle. He has made another monk. Goes down to the archers. More Cavalier on the way. He's building a couple more stables. Ivanenko wants to click up. That's what this is over here. But he gets pikemen instead. Alright, now he clicks up. He's not ready to give up yet. There is another gold here. Where will Ivanenko take gold? He won't. He's going to call the GG. So, development has tied it up. It is now 1-1. Ivanenko won the first game, development won the second game. And they both of the games were decided by the same thing, essentially, which was gold was not secured in time. In the first game, development did not secure his gold in time, or rather, he ran out of gold, and he did not have a plan to end the game before that happened. In the second game, Ivanenko did not have a plan to secure his gold. Or he didn't secure it as early as he should have. He came over here and he tried to build this town center, and his opponent sensed the weakness and sensed the vulnerability and sensed that that Ivanenko had underinvested in defending that town center and getting map control and having map presence and keeping that town center safe, and he punished it. And Ivanenko lost his villager advantage such that when he went over here to build this town center, his opponent was already on his way up to the Imperial Age, essentially. So now we're going to spectate the final map. The final game, I should say. So we just watched Cataclysm by BP Dredge, and now we're going to watch Whirlpool Lake by Jasuni. So we have a Byzantines mirror matchup, you guys. So Whirlpool Lake was made by Jasuni. Welcome, BP Dredge. We have a Byzantines mirror matchup. I'll just describe the map real quick. We've got this pit of water in the center. It's got all these fish around it. There's relics in the middle of the pit. And you can fight over the fish, and that's fine. But what makes the map particularly interesting is that there is a channel of mangrove shallow terrain that leads from that pit to your town. And your opponent, if they win this area, if you didn't wall this up or anything or block this up in any way, they can just sail right up into your town. And they can burn everything and they can shoot everything. So it could be quite chaotic. It sort of incentivizes the players to fight over the middle a little bit more, as though they weren't incentivized enough already. Plus, I mean, I guess theoretically you could build docks back here, and you could retreat, and you could build a navy out of those docks, and you could make it like a sudden push, and you could destroy a bunch of fish. We've seen that happen. You've got this sea tower here, and it's not, statistically it doesn't look very strong, but it deals massive bonus damage to ships. And so this is a nice little defense here too, very important. Okay, interesting. Development kind of partially quick walling this board to save some health on its villager. What was I going to say? We've seen lots of like mirror fire ships matchups where people will have this lightning feudal age with Byzantines, and you get the fire ships out as quick as possible and you snowball them into victory. That could be a potential win condition. We've also seen Dromons on this map, which is pretty awesome. Like, imagine just sailing in here with Dromons and just flattening everything that your opponent has built with their town. Dromons are so overpowered. It's like the only overpowered thing Byzantines have, except for everything else. BP Dredge, the master of the space maps. Welcome. I'm really looking forward to releasing the space map designs to the community so that they know what to make. And we'll get some decent space maps here. This deer is being super annoying for development. It is not cooperating with being pushed at all. There we go. So we'll keep an eye on it. Development is docking now. It's building a dock. And it looks like they've got a mirror build. I mean, 5 on wood, 7 on food so far. Going to push in some deer because that's how you get up fast. And Ivanenko is also docking. So far it appears to be a mirror build. Let's how these guys kind of do a mirror matchup. as far as Spiny Forest was concerned. One of them invested a little bit more into Feudal Age than the other. But they both wanted to go Knights in Castle Age. Deal lots of damage that way. Fishing ship. Fishing ship. So the result of this game will determine the set here. Who wins the most points from the set. You can take these box turtles here. That's what development is doing while he's waiting for this deer to come in. He's going to shoot it. There he goes. There's all kinds of stone on Whirlpool Lake, and it's scattered around. There's not as much stone as you might think. Each one of these piles only has 100 in it. But you can still do stone shenanigans. We've seen people castle drop before when they were experimenting with this map. Ivanenko on his way up to the Feudal Age. Only 6 seconds of idle time. He's going up on 22 pop. Development is on 24 pop and is going up now. So Ivanenko is going to be up a little bit faster than development. He's going to get those fire ships rolling. He's really got to make sure that he can kill something while he's waiting, or get up a mast or something. Because if he doesn't, then development will have a little bit more economy than him in Feudal Age. And this could be a big advantage for development going up later. So it's all about that trade-off. You know, if you go up later, you can't do the stuff as early, like you can't make fire ships as early, but you can afford more when you are able to get them. So the question is how that balances out. I think development is coming forward to build another dock. We'll see, though. He's got his scout up here, so yeah, this is going to be another dock right here. Another dock, take some map control. And Ivanenko building a second dock here. And he's being careful to leave a gap here in case he needs to pull his fishing ships back. And he can plug this up if he needs. So he can bring his fishing ships back and plug this up in case he loses access to this water, which I think is smart. I don't know that I would have done it that way. Honestly, if it were Tech playing this map, what would have happened is there'd be a dock, there'd be 3 or 4 fishing ships, and then Tech would just give up water and then just stonewall across here, and then build another dock and make some fish traps with the fishing ships. If that truly were more efficient. Oh, development wants in on this villager, and he's gonna get it. He breaks in. Oh dang, that is unfortunate for Ivanenko. Did he not get loom? He did, but he sent a weak villager up this way. So 2 fire ships coming out for Ivanenko. Development is also building 2 fire ships. And Ivanenko fighting... Oh, what's he doing? Is he going to fight this, or is he going to go for the fish? Alright, he is going to fight it. Development sending a villager forward to repair. And Ivanenko can't fight that anymore. He's outnumbered. Maybe it would be better just to sink the fishing ships at this point. He has to withdraw. He wants to win water overall, so he wants to keep this fire ship safe and he wants to repair it. So that's probably why he's withdrawing. I like how Ivanenko is patrolling here with his scout to make sure that development can't mess with this villager. So where is the archery range for development? Development loves to make an archery range, I think, on this map. And he loves to build like 3 archers and get in on somebody's wood line. And he may very well do that. We will see. Okay, house. Alright, that's fine. Let's do a fire ship count. We've got 6 fire ships for Ivanenko versus 4 for development, but development has a demolition raft. Oh boy. Well, that could be pretty chaotic. Now, demolition rafts are impacted by elevation like everything else, so I actually don't think that demolition raft did very much damage. And Ivanenko wants to burn this dock. I think that's Well, I can understand why he did it. He didn't want to give his opponent hill advantage by pursuing. Oh wow, that was a great demolition hit from Ivanenko. Holy crap! And development has basically no navy left. He's just got this one fire ship that survived, and he had another one that just popped out now. Yeah, that was some pretty big bada booms. All right, this fire ship is cut off from repairs. And development has to pull it back. Development's going to lose this one. He's going to lose this other fire ship, I think. No, Ivanenko pulls back himself. He wanted to save that fire ship, but he was not able to. I would come in here with his demolition raft and blow this up, too. Why not? But he's saving it for a better opportunity. He's making more fire galleys. Now, as you guys know, of course, Byzantine fire galleys attack 25% faster. So, if one player were not Byzantines, they'd have a pretty big disadvantage here with regards to timing. And he does manage to save his fire ship, but it costs him his demolition raft. Alright, here comes Ivanenko to repair this fire galley. And the dance continues. Oh no, no, no. Oh. Oh. Ouch. Development returning the favor. Blowing up Ivanenko's navy this time. Let's take a look at Idle Town Center time. Ivanenko has a little bit more than development, but they should be around parity with villagers. Unless, oh, we count the fact that development got a free villager kill with his scout. Ivanenko is up here making repairs to the ships. You know what would be cool is if you could repair ships by garrisoning them in a dock. That would be pretty cool. Make a lot of sense, too. If fish got the same level of protection and attention that land units get. And it makes sense. I mean, they're basically just as good. Ivanenko with 3 fishing ships to development's 3 fishing ships, so they're pretty even in that regard. Ivanenko pulling back, and there's going to be a villager coming forward probably to repair this. Maybe not. Okay, he's building a stable, and he's getting ready to click up to the castle age. Development has done the same, so as soon as the stable goes up, he'll probably click. He's got a market already. And it's basically mirror Byzantine fires until you can do knights. So now he'll click. There it is. He's a little bit behind. He's going to have to survive 30 seconds, essentially, in the castle age with development. But I think it takes... Well, I don't know. I don't know how long it takes to make a knight. These are pretty weak fire galleys here. I don't think that demolition raft got good value. And development coming over here and killing this. And Ivanenko should probably pull back these fishing ships, unless he doesn't care. Which is possible. Yeah, he's going to pull them back. But the fishing ships are too stupid to make their way in. Oh, wait, no, there is a valid path that way. Okay. So he comes in and he's going to loiter in here, probably, and wait to win back water. Before he can fish anymore. Okay, gold mining upgrade comes in for development. That'll help him out. Ivanenko building another house. He took a little bit of stone. Alright, I guess it was just sort of random. And Ivanenko gonna stone wall here. He's gonna build a stone gate. He's building stone walls on either side. And, okay, so development getting the war galley upgrade. Did development do anything with, like, knights or anything in Castle Age? Doesn't look like it. It looks like that's kind of Ivanenko's plan. Ivanenko has a stable here. He just hit Castle Age. He's getting the war galley upgrade. And is he going to use this stable? Is he going to make a knight or something? He was getting stone. I think he sold his stone actually to help fireship production, and then he was taking more of it. The fireship goes. Oh no! Oh no! Okay. For whatever reason, maybe the fireship was unable to go through here. I thought that it probably could, but I guess development deciding not to. And we're gonna have another big fireship battle over here. It looks like a bunch of demos blow some fireships up, and again, once again, water is up for grabs. I mean, come on, if you're Ivanenko, just focus down these 3 fireships. It won't take long, and you'll lose just a little bit of health. I feel like it would make a lot of sense. Otherwise, these fireships are just going to rack up hundreds of food throughout the course of the game. You know, just send something and just stop this. Another mining camp here for development, or for Ivanenko. Development coming in with a scout, looking for a villager pickoff. Ivanenko's not careful, he's going to lose another villager. Development's very fast. Okay, yeah, he's going to fight this. I don't know if he'll get the scout. The scout wants the villager. This is a farm villager now. He needs to pull her back. Don't let her chase the scout on such low HP. Okay, he's going to save her. And they're still fighting over water. It's three fishing ships and they're still fighting over water. These two have not come back out to work. What is development doing? Well, he's added another town center. And Ivanenko has not. Okay, the villager trying to repair, but not getting the repairs in. We still don't see any knights from Ivanenko. I think he's just too burdened with making fireships. He just wants to win the mirror matchup here. Get as many fireships going as he can. Development is the #1 seed, I believe, in the tournament. And I never like doing the same thing as what a higher ELO player is doing, because you know you're probably not going to do it any better than they are. I mean, maybe you will. You know, maybe they're not. You know, maybe they're higher ELO because of different reasons than that particular build or whatever it is that they're doing. But there's a good chance that they're going to be able to do whatever mirrored thing that you want to do better. That's how I look at it. So that's why I always try, if I'm up against somebody that I would be considered an underdog, I always try to do a different strategy. Maybe that's crazy, and I don't want to write Ivanenko out, because this game is still neck and neck, I think. But it does look like he's at a little bit of a disadvantage right now. He's adding another town center. Okay, he's got a stone nearby. That'll be helpful. But there's been no real land aggression. It looks like development is just now winning water. Ivanenko's finally given it up. He might build some docks in here later. Development might build a monastery, and he might go for the relics now. There's 4 relics to get. This gate is burning. Ivanenko adding another town center here. So just wants to get caught up in the economy. Development getting gill nets. Now that he has 1 water, he believes, I'll make more fishing ships. I'll invest in them. So he's made some more, and he's getting gill nets. And he's treating it as though he has 3 additional town centers suddenly. And now it's going to turn into a land battle here. Because development can't really get to Ivanenko through water anymore. He's got a spearman here, so Ivanenko is going to see this, and he's probably going to have to respond. I would build a monastery. That would be my response. If the camels are in low numbers, a monastery could work, and it would be cheaper than a barracks. He's building more spearmen, though. The good news is that camels are horrible raiding units in general. At least upgraded their horrible raiding units. They've only got 1 pierce armor, because they only have the first upgrade. You know, they still get stuff done. Byzantine camels are easy to mass produce. Oh no, this is a disaster though. Development has gotten in on Ivanenko. Ivanenko just barely managed to not finish this wall. That is not good at all. These fire ships could total Ivanenko's starting town center. That's very unfortunate. So here's the monastery. Development is building a siege workshop, though. And he could actually cook up now if he had the buildings. Imperial Age is cheaper for the Byzantines, and here it is, monastery and university, so he's thinking about it. And this town center is not going to stay up. The fire ships are just eating it away. Ivanenko's done really well this tournament. They both have. Development had to give some admin wins, I think, at one point. But these guys are both doing well in Alchemy League. It's likely that I don't want to make any predictions about who's going to end up in the top 4 because I just don't know. But I think both these players have a good chance. I think that's a very fair thing to say. They've done well. And a lot of it's luck, you know. Sometimes the way that the brackets get built, you just happen to be on the bottom. And if you're like 50 elo lower, you get to be on the top of the next one. So it's just how it goes. Fortunately, there's not much that can be done about that. Alright, development has clicked up to the Imperial Age. He clicked up about a minute ago, I think, so he's going to be up in another minute. He's got 108 villagers, and he's got 4 town centers and 3 docks working. So he's got a lot of resources. Ivanenko has built a modest mass of camels here. He's getting armor for them. He has a monk. He is under pressure from a couple of mangonels. He can't dive the mangonels yet. So Ivanenko on his back foot. Development looking very strong this game. Ivanenko wants to quick wall this. He succeeds. He needs to come back here and... Yep, okay, so he's going to keep these camels out. But he still calls the GG. He sees that development is in an Imperial Age and there's not much that he can do. So Ivanenko... Ivanenko won the first game, but development took the second 2. I'm giving Ivanenko some things to think about. But overall, I think this was a very competitive set, and I'm really glad that these players are taking part in Alchemy League, and I'm looking forward to seeing future games from them. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, everybody that watched and supported the channel, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again soon.